Hey guys, it's Danielle. I hope you are doing awesome. We are going to jump back in. We are doing a series all about investing in real estate. And last time we talked about what should be your very first investment, and that is in your primary home. And today we're going to talk about investing in a rental property. So, after you buy your primary home, I highly recommend you look into buying a rental. So, what do I mean by a rental property? What I mean by that is a property that you buy with the intention to rent it out. And the tenant, essentially, their monthly rent is going towards covering your cost on that property. So that's what I mean by a rental property. And as you are thinking about your rental, go back to those two things we talked about at the beginning of the series: cash flow and appreciation. So when we're looking at cash flow, we want to think about areas that we can maximize rents, right? So good cash flow areas tend to be in areas where there's really good schools or kind of inner city areas that are close to drivers. By drivers, I mean developments, places of business, MARTA, etc. Usually the closer you are to these things, the higher your rent is going to be and your cash flow. The other thing to think about is appreciation, right? There are certainly some signs that you can look for. Kind of going back to that inner city area, there are tons of neighborhoods around the Beltline where you'll see beautiful new builds right beside, kind of boarded up houses next to one that still needs to be renovated. That is a good example of a neighborhood that might be in transition, right? And transitional areas in particular tend to have the highest appreciation. And yet, as a general rule, you can count on your property to appreciate no matter what. So some other things to consider when you're looking at a rental property is you are going to need 20% down. Because you're not living in the property, it's going to be considered an investment property, so plan for that. And just to kind of give y'all an example as to what that could look like, let's take a property that is 200. 20% down, it's going to be 40K. With today's interest rates, your payment is probably going to be somewhere around 1,500. So we would ideally look for a property that's going to rent for 1,900, 2,000 a month. And in that example, our cash flow would be 500 a month. And for the year, the passive income would be 6K. And that just gets better in time. So I hope that explains why you guys should look into buying a rental. It is an amazing way to build wealth, and there are some incredible opportunities in the Atlanta area and the Atlanta metro area where you can find those 250, 300K properties that are prime rentals. So you guys give me a call if you want to get started looking, if you want to talk more about investing. I am just one phone call away. As always, I appreciate your support, and you guys stay tuned. We're going to talk more about investing, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.